Welcome to schoolplant.academy, a school management system built to manage systems for nursery, primary, and secondary schools. Today, we'll be looking at how to set up a system in schoolplant.academy. I'll be using an account to show us how we can do that. Okay, after opening the website on your browser page, you will land on this admin login page. That's the one I have here on my screen, where you will input your username, your password, your school ID. After putting them, you click on login. After doing so, you will land on the dashboard page, which is the one I have right here on my screen, where you have the total number of students, the active classes, the staff members, and the newly enrolled students for the month. Here we have notice board, we have students, we have staff management, class management, students evaluation, manage results, CBTs, tools, and settings. So for us to set up our system, we need to go to the settings first. Now, in the settings, we have school information, CA setup, grade scales, subjects, promotion criteria, session, results, auto comment, and special CA setup. Now we'll be looking at the school information first. We'll be inputting the school information first. Here we have our school name. We'll be using Brilliant Child Academy as the school name for today. Here is the phone number 1 and phone number 2. Depending on if your school has 2 phone numbers, you can put the second one over here. Here is where you input the school email. We are using brilliantchild@gmail.com for today. Here is the address. The address is where you're going to put the address of the school. I'll be using World Bank Owerri for today. The website is where you put the school's website if the school has any. Today I'm not going to put this because we don't have any websites for this particular school I'm going to use as an example. Here is the school prefix. School prefix is 3 abbreviation of your school. Yes, we are going to be using, since I have Brilliant Child Academy, I'm going to be using BCA, which means Brilliant Child Academy. And this particular BCA is going to call up on our admission number. Here is our country, here is our states for the school, and also the town of the school. I'm going to be using Nigeria and Imo states. And again, the town I'm going to use Owerri. Here we have different countries. We have Ghana, we have Kenya, we have South Africa, we have United Kingdoms, and we have United States. So it depends on the one you want to choose. I'll be using Nigeria for today. And here we also have Abia State, Adamawa State. Depending on the states the school is situated, I'm going to be using Imo State for today. And here is where you put the school logo. When you click on upload, it will take you direct to the files in your system where you will select the logo of your school. You click on it and click open, automatically it will come up here. The same thing happens with school stamp and school principal signature. After that, you click on save changes. The changes you made will automatically save. After saving your changes, it said the school profile updated successfully is saved now. After doing that, you go to CA setup. You go to session and set the session for the term. Here we have a session already. We can as well create a new session and call it a name. We can say 2027/2028 as a session. But today we're going to be using 2026. Let's use 2026, 2027 as a new session. 2026, 2027. And we're going to save this particular session. Yes, it has been created. You click OK. Now, for us to create the term, we need to come to the session and click on top of the session that we created. You click on it, you will see where you have a place where you add new term. Now click add new term. Add new term, you select whether you're going to create the first term, second term, and third term. This is here you click. Now we're going to create a first term, for example, for today. I'll create a first term for today. And let's say the first term is beginning on 12th January. This is the month. The month should be January, 12th January 2026. And the first term will be ending on April 5th, 2026. After that, the duration is 12 weeks. I will save. After saving, we go back to the CA setup. The CA setup is where we are going to input different setup for ourselves. If we are going to be using, depending on how you grade your students, if the setup is going to be, you want it to have, let's say, different ways of grading your students. Me, I want to grade with 2. That's why I have CA1 and CA2 over here. If I want to grade with 3 ways, let's say I have the first one will be the test, the second one will be their notes, and the third one is going to be their assignments. I will create another column for the third one, which is the assignments. I can as well write it assignments, but I'm going to be using CA to represent it. I can write CA3 as my name of the CA, the caption of the CA. But I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to be using just 2 for today. These 2, I label these 2 CA1 and CA2. And I'm going to grade them 15 marks for each of the CAs. And coming to my exam score here, I will be having 70 as exam score. It depends on what the school wants, how the school wants to grade the students. That's how you fix it here. So I'll be using 70 as my grade, and I'll be using 15 as my first and second CA. After doing that, I'll click on Save Changes. It will save automatically. I'll go to the junior secondary section and do the same thing as well. I'll click on Save. It will save. After that, I'll go to Grade Scale. Grade Scale. Grade scale is where I will put if I want a student to have A in a particular subject, or B or C or D or E or F. This is where I have to set it. Yes, I will come here and add new grade scale. I may decide and say from so range to so range is A. From so range to so range is B. Like that. I will be using 70 as the 100. Sorry, I'll be using 100 as the upper limit. And the lower limit you can go for you to have an A is 70 marks. So if you have from the range of 70 to 100, automatically you have an A. I will be grading it to be an A. And the remark I'm going to give it is excellent. Excellent. Then I will now choose the color I want. Maybe if I want blue to show, I will save. The same thing I will do for another grade, which is B. The grade for B, I'll be using, the upper limit will be 69, 60 to 69. Lower limit will be 60. So if you score below 60, you are not going to make that B. But if you score from 60 to 69, you have B as a grade. I will use the remark of very good to differentiate. And I may be using another color to represent B. And so on and so forth. I'll keep adding to the number of grades I want. After that, we go to the subjects. You have to set the subject first before creating the student profile. So for us to start with the subjects, you come to subjects, click on subjects, add new subject. We don't have any subjects here, so we're going to create one. You click on add new subjects. So we're going to be creating English language as a subject. English language as a subject. Select the class you want it to. If the school, all the classes are offering English, no need of selecting them one. You just come here and click all classes. All classes. Then After clicking all classes, you save. It's saved automatically. Now, from here, this is how you create different subjects. You as well create mathematics. Mathematics for all the classes. You can create Igbo language for all the classes as well. We're going to be using 3 subjects for today. For all the classes as well. Now, after that, we leave here to class management. After inputting the subjects and saving them, we'll go to class management. This is where we are going to create classes. This is the class management over here. You click on it. Class level first before class list. We have class level. When you open the class level, let's add, we have already existing classes here. You add new class level. New class level, let's use just one as a class level. Just one as a class level. Then when you have subclasses like just one A, just one B, just one C, and so on and so forth, we are going to do that in the class list. So for the class level, we are using just one. And just one is a junior class. We are going to select the category if it's a senior class or a junior class. It's a junior secondary. We click save. After creating it, automatically just one appears here as a junior class. So you go to the class list to create a class in just one. We don't have any class created here for now. So you click on add class. Add class is where you now indicate the just one you want to create in particular. We'll be creating just one A if we have any. If we don't have any, we just come here and write just one. But we have different class. When we have different classes, we use just one A and indicate the level of the class, which is just one junior. After that, we select the teacher. We have teachers already. We select the teacher that we want to assign to this particular class. Before you start creating this class, please make sure you create a staff. I will show us how to create a staff after this now. So we'll be using a teacher named Franklin Ihanacho as a teacher that will be in charge of JSS 1A. And after that, we say add class. Automatically, the class is created. Now, for us to create the staff, this has to create a class. And when you create it, you can view the class from here. We have no students inside the class now. So, but we are going to add one. Now, after that, for us to create the staff before creating the class, don't forget I said create a staff before creating a class in order for you to assign that staff to a particular class. Now, creating a staff, we'll come to staff management. Staff management is where we create a staff, and here we have the staff directly and assign subjects. Now, in staff directory, when you click on staff directory, this is where we create staffs. You see create profile here, over here, click on create profile. Now, I'm going to create a particular staff right away. I'll be creating a staff named first name, middle name, and last name. The last name should be the surname. So I'll be creating Cyril. If I don't want to put the last name, I can put. If I don't want to put the middle name, I can remove it. It's optional. But I'm going to use it. I'll put the email of the teacher. For instance, I'll be putting the email of the teacher. The phone number of the teacher will be added here as well. You add the dates in which you employ the teacher. Okay. The teacher is a male. Okay, here we have teacher can enter grade and attendance. You can as well add it up so that the teacher can be able to enter grades and also enter attendance for himself. You can write here and say English teacher, or you can just write a teacher. Then you select the country of the teacher, select the state of origin of the teacher. I'll be using Imo State. Address of the teacher, we can be using Owerri. Hometown of the teacher, let's just use anything over here. This personal information is not, sorry about that, sorry about that. The phone number of the teacher, the occupation will be added here, which is a teacher. Relationship status, single, or those ones are not really necessary. So after that, this is the information of the teacher. You create the staff. The staff have been created. This is the particular staff we just created now. Cyril Amadi. Now, for you to assign the teacher, you have to assign the teacher to a particular subject. You can come here, choose the teacher. This is the teacher here. Select the particular class you want to assign the teacher. Select the subjects of the teacher you want to assign to. Let's say if he's an English teacher, you select English here and save an assignment. Automatically, this teacher is assigned to English language for JSS1A. After that, let's look at how to create a student. Creating a student, we can create students in different ways. If you have bulk students, if there are many, you cannot start creating them one after the other. I will also show you how you can do that. But for now, we're going to show you how you add a student manually. And if you also want to upload in batch, I will as well show you how to do that. Adding a student manually, you click on Add Student. When you add a student, you click on the name of the student. Let's use David, and let's use the middle name is optional. It's not a must. For those students that will provide only two names, you just have to put the first and the last name. The last name is the surname. So we can be using Nwachukwu David. The middle name is optional. If you have the middle name with you, fine, you input. If you don't have it, you can as well leave it. We select male, date of birth of the child. You can use, let's use this as date of birth of the child. Date admitted, we can as well use it to be, we can use the 12th of January. (2026). Email is optional. Every student must not have an email. It's optional. So the particular class, let's assign this particular student to JSS1A because that's the only class we have created. Now after that, you select the country of the child. We'll be using Nigeria. Select the state of the child. Imo State. Imo State. The town, we are using Owerri as well, of the child. Previous school, this one is optional. Home address, optional. You click on next and save students. These ones are optional in case you don't have them. So searching for the particular students, let's go to active students. We have many students here due to they graduated, some are graduated and some are deactivated. Yes, when you go to graduated students, you see some here. These are the graduated ones. And when you go to deactivated students, these are the deactivated students. Yeah, this is where you find the students that are no more active in the school. And coming to the all students, we are going to select the active students. The active students are the students that are in school, those that are still active in school. And this is the student we just created. Nwachukwu David is a student we just created now. And look at the admission number. Don't forget I told you that the BCA we used, that's the abbreviation of the school we used, we call up on the admission number, which is what we are having here right now. So the admission number here is BCA slash 264437. Now, let's watch and see how we can do batch upload. Batch upload, when you want to upload students in numbers, when there are many, you cannot start uploading them one after the other. Let's say you want to upload the whole school, you just come to batch upload and click. First of all, you have to create the file of the particular set of students you want to upload generally. You go to your Excel and create them over there with a particular distance I'm going to show you right now. We'll be using this format. Is the format you're going to use. You will use this format. So this is the format you're going to use for creating badge upload for students. This is the first name, the middle name, the last name, and the gender of the students, and as well the class name. So we have JSS1A here with some students in it. So when you want to upload students in badge, you have to come to your Excel and as well put the names of the students accordingly as arranged here. We have the first name, we have the middle name, last name, gender, and class name. If the class is just 1B, you come here and write just 1B all through for the particular class. After this, you roll over to another sheet and do for another set of students. If it's in another class, you write just 2 over here and let all of them have that just 2A. So we'll be using just 1A for instance today. So for us to do a badge upload, this is our file here. We'll go back to our website. Now when you open here, you click on batch upload. You choose the file you want to upload. When you click on choose file, it will take you to where you saved the files. And here we're going to look for the file over here. Okay, this is the file we have. The file we have as our file. These are the files. After this, you save valid records. Automatically, all of them are here. Now let's go and look for it. Active classes. These are all classes here. We choose for just 1A. Just 1A. Look at all of them that we just did came up here. So here is the gender, male or female, depending on the one you want to view. Male or female, depending on the one you want to view. So we are viewing all gender here. And the class we are looking at is just 1A, active students. So these are the students that are in JSS1A, the ones that we uploaded with badge upload and the one that we created by adding a student. So after this now, here is where we are going to look at how to input scores. Yes, inputting of scores which the students are going to see on their results report sheets. Now, student evaluation. When it comes to student evaluation, These are entries, these are subject results, these are view results, master sheets. On these entries is where you're going to input the scores of each student. Yes, after recording this, where you're going to come and input the scores. When you click on entries, you select the class you want to input. When you add all the classes, all of them are going to show here. But for now, we have only just one A in our listing. So you use just one A. The subject we're going to use is English language. We are going to input all of them one after the other, but we are going to start with English language, and the session is 2026-2027. That's the one we created earlier. And the term we're going to use is the first term, which is the one we created. When you create the second and third term, all of them will as well appear here. So we're going to use the first term. The first term, look at the students we have in JSS 1A. All of them are right here. Now we're going to be inputting scores. No score should exceed, for the first CA, we set it to be 15 marks and the exam to be 70 marks. So no score will exceed 15 marks, and as well for the exam section, no one should exceed 70, because when you try to exceed, for instance, we have 20 here, it will not work. You have to input that grade scale you applied in the settings. So we'll be having 15, 10, 20. Let's just add scores for students so you see how it works. So after adding scores for students, you come here and click on Save Scores. Yes, because you have to save the scores for it to reflect in the students portal. You click on Save Scores. After saving of scores, you click OK. This for the one. We have another one, which is the mathematics. When you click on mathematics, it will also come up. And we have, let's just give them a general mark. When you finish you do the same thing, click on Save Score. Yes, click on Save Score. The next one is the Igbo language, which is the last one we have here on our system. We're going to put, so you click on Save Scores as well to save the one that we just finished. Now, after doing this, we have some files already, we have some records already recorded for these JSS 1A students in particular. So here, for us to check the results ranking, here is for subject results. Subject results is where we are going to see each particular subject, what the students scored, and the position of each student for a particular subject. Yes, that's where we have subject records. Now let's go to JSS 1A. Let's look at the subject English language. The session is this and first term. So we're going to fetch the results or the ranked results for this particular class, JSS 1A in particular. We're going to look at it. You fetch the results. This is the person that came first in English language, and this came second, this came third, this came fourth, and so on and so forth. So this is the ranking for English language. So for us to go view the results, this one is the general results for the subjects, all the subjects. Yes, all the subjects. Selecting of class here, we have just 1A, that's the one we have been using, 2026, 2027 session, academic session. And the term we are having here is first term. After doing this, you calculate the results, and automatically this is the result. This is the first position with the average of 83.3. And this is the second position, which as Victor, 82.7 as the average, and Israel we have 80 point, that's so on and so forth. Now when you want to download that particular student's report card, you can as well just come and click on the PDF, and automatically that particular student's report card will download. But this particular result we are seeing here is already reflecting on the student's portal. This is a school report card for the students. This is the report card for the students. Now here we have next term begins. Next term begins, you're going to set this if we have a new term. So let's go back and set a new term. Although let's finish up here before I go back to set a new term then, so that it will reflect on that particular report card. This is the master sheet. The master sheet is the cumulative of the particular class. This is where you can get it, the Excel sheet, and so on and so forth. When you want to have the master sheet, you select the class you want to have the master sheet and select the session and the term. This is the Excel sheet. So this is the one we're going to download. We're going to download the Excel. We have the PDF file and also the Excel file. So we'll be downloading the Excel file for today. So after downloading the Excel file, look at the Excel file that it is downloading now. You click on it to open the Excel file. This is the one we have before. It's coming up. Okay, this is a Excel file for all the students in JSS 1A. Brilliant Child Academy JSS 1A Master Sheet results. So here is the master sheet of the results, which we are going to print later. This is the person that came first, second, third position, fourth position, fifth, and so on and so forth, down to the last person that took third, 10th, sorry. So after that, let's go and fix the next term begins, when the next term is going to begin. So it will be calling up on the report card. So for us to do that, we'll go back to the session again. We have a particular session already created. We have a particular session already created here. We have the 2026, 2027 session that is already created. You click on it, add new term. We're going to add the second term. The second term will begin on, let's take for instance, May 5th, 2026, and end on, let's say it will end on August 25th, 2026, which is 16 weeks duration. You click on save. Automatically the term have saved. You see, we have the second time here. So when you go to all these, when you want to enter scores again, you'll be having that second term right away. This is where it is. You have the second term now. For you to start entering the new term, you have the new term, which is the second term. This is for the first term. The first term will have files in there already. This is the second term. So after that, Let's go back to the students' results where we downloaded the students' results in particular. The first term results. So this is the students who downloaded the results earlier on. Let's check again if we have, this is a particular student, the time we downloaded the results. We don't have any next term begins here. So we want to add a next term when the next term will begin. So it's done downloading. This is where we have it. So as you can see here, you see that the next term begins on 5th May 2026. That's because we updated the new term. So that's how it is. This is the total marks the student obtained. This is the average score of the students. This is the position of the students in class. Yes, that's it. So from here, we'll be looking at how to create an access code. Now, for us to create an access code, we have tools down here. Click on the tools. When you click on the tools, click on access codes. Yes, this is where we already have access codes that have been generated already. But for you to generate a new one, you come to this place, generate codes. Click on generate codes. Now we are going to use 10 as testing. This 2026-2027 academic session, the code we are going to create. Then badge label, we can use testing, or let's use tests, for instance, and label the ones we're going to create so that we will be able to differentiate from the ones that are created already. So when is this going to expire? When is this card going to expire? We set. If it's in 1 year time, we set, depending on how we want, but at least it should last for 1 year. Yes, we can end the card to stop at 2027. We can say it will stop working at September 26, 2027. You generate the code. When generating the code, you see the test, the one we use to differentiate from the ones we already have. So these ones are the new ones we have. So these ones are the ones that the students are going to use to log into their page. Yes, for the students to log in, let's try and see for the students portal. We have these students to have first position. That is this students in particular. These students in particular, we have these particular students to come first here. Amazing Marvelous is the person coming first position. So before we do this, we have to upload those results. These results we have here, we have to upload them first for the students to start seeing the results. The students can just go to their portal and see the results. So let's try and see what we are going to get from there. So we'll be looking at the students login now, the student portal now. This is where we are going to use this admission number, yes, the admission number here and the code we just created. So we are going to be using this particular student to check the particular student's results. So let's copy the admission number. Let's go to student's site and open the student's website. Schoolplant.academy. Schoolplant.academy/students login. Students/login. So after doing that, you open the website. It will take you direct to the student login. You see we have student login here. So this is the student login. This is the school ID that the students will use to access their particular school. So we have the admission number. We're going to add the one we copied from there, which is BCA/261378. And the code we generated, the access code we generated, we're going to use one, for instance, for an example. So these are the ones, the test, the ones we created. So we can just come here and pick up one. When we pick up a particular one, we go to the place and paste. This is the code the student is going to use to check the results. So now, after doing that, you click on login. The student automatically log into his page. Now, we are having no results here. Why are we having no result? Because we have not uploaded the results over there. So when you click on my report card, nothing will show. When you select 2026 first term, no results will come up here. They said no published results found for the selected term. So and we're going to go back and publish the results. So coming back to this place, where we're going to publish, we click on manage results. That's for the admin. After working every result, after inputting the scores of students in from your end, you have to upload the results. So when you click on manage results, you click on publish results. Yes, when you click on publish results, you select the session you want to publish. 2026, 2027 is the one we are using. So we select the term. We have first and second term. So we'll be uploading the ones of first term. And first term will automatically be selected. You look for the class you want to upload. Network is really disturbing. Okay, let me log in again to my page. Okay, so we are going to go back to publishing the results. Manage results. You click on publish, select the session, select the term, and also select the class. We have just one A here. That's the only class we've been working with since today. So you click on it and click publish. Automatically, just one A will appear here. This is the one we just published now. So now going back to the students portal, refreshing the students page now, logging in back, you see that okay, this network issue. Let me rectify it. Okay, this is a student login page. So we're going to get the student's admission number. We're going to get the student's admission number. And as well the access code we used for the student. Please don't forget, any student that uses a particular code, that particular code is now tied to the particular student. No other person can use the code. So here is where we got our access code under tools. You can see it's claimed here already by name. The name of the student is now showing here as the person that claimed it. So no other person can use this particular code again. So you copy the code of the student, come to this place, put the code. We have the student to be 7412545. Okay, let's log into the students page again. So as you can see, I'm done uploading the results and the result is now reflecting here. We have average grades to be 83.3, which is what we are having at the results of the students. Let's check if that's what we have at the students' results. This is the position of the student first, and this is the total number of subjects we uploaded, which is 3 subjects. Now, these 3 subjects is the English, Maths, and Igbo language we just did. So when you want to download the students' results, you just come to my report card and click on my report card. When you click on my report card, you see the student's results is automatically here, set here. Now you click on download PDF. When you click on download PDF, automatically the results will start downloading. Then the results is downloaded. You click on it. This is the result of the particular students. So this is all we have to do for today. Thank you for joining us. Remain blessed. Thank you so much.